Hey guys, it's Pat from Pat's Brewery, and we're going to be cleaning the inside of a beer engine today. So you can see my beer engine is not located here, it's currently on the table. Just going to get some footage of what it's currently looking like, and yeah, so for those that haven't got a beer engine, you can see the internals, and those of you that do will be able to say, Jesus Christ, you should have cleaned that a little bit more regularly. So let's go from there. So starting with the feed, I've got a pipe here. This is a one-way valve. It's not actually needed as part of my beer engine, but yeah, I bought it at one point thinking I needed it. I didn't, but there's no harm in having it there. And in case this bit here connects to this valve here, and what this does is that it only allows for beer to run through when there is pressure being pulled from the actual beer pump. So yeah, that's why I'm able to run this from a keg. So anyone that's interested in running a beer engine from a keg, this is the particular device that you need. I got this from RLBS. Any other details on there that you need to see? Is that GG683? Don't know. But in any case, that's an important one. That then feeds into the bottom. You can see this bit here would normally connect to this bit here, and that's what kind of gives you the movement of this piece here as you're pulling this entire box up and down, and that creates the it's not a vacuum, it's just more of a transfer. Now if we have a look on the inside, you can see yes, there is some serious discoloration, but actually it's not as bad as you would think. So what we're going to be doing is getting sodium bicarbonate solution and just sticking this whole piece in there. The main thing will be trying to get into these bits here. So you can see that obviously the beer line comes in there. There's a little bit of a, let's see if I can get my fingers, and let's see if I can grab it with these. There's a little bit of a vacuum. In any case, that pops up and actually is what feeds the beer in. This is what pushes the beer up, and then if we have a look up here, this is the top, and the good thing is that that bit doesn't look too shabby. Now with regards to the beer engine, it does also have a cooling piece, but I don't tend to use, well, I don't use that. What this does is it actually fills in solution in between, because this is another chamber. So this is the part where the beer fits, and then between these walls and this wall is where the cooling would go. So that's kind of the internals. As I say, it is a little bit, what's the best wording for it? Stained, I think is the best term. That one's not too bad, but that definitely needs some work done. So yeah, some sodium bicarbonate solution for everything, and then reassemble, followed by some purple beer line cleaner, I believe. I think that would be the best solution. Best solution. Right, so let's do that. So I may have overdone it with the sodium bicarbonate, but we'll leave this in there for a little bit and go from there. So we are back and we are nice and clean. I mean, this O-ring section here still seems a little bit grubby, but I think that is just stainage, so we're going to go ahead. So we're going to reassemble this and then yeah, use some purple beer line cleaner to run through everything. Let's get reassembling. Right, so we got our purple cleaning solution in there. We're going to run it through and take our line up. Yeah, let's see if we can get rid of this. Yep, straight away you can see that we are not. Okay, so that first pour was certainly not purple, so let's dispose of this and then let that sit for a little bit and we'll pour some more through. So it's nice is that we don't have any leaks coming through, always good. And we still have plenty of solution in there, so cool. You can see the pipe is still purple, so one of the things we do need to just keep an eye on is make sure that we don't back contaminate, I guess. Works. Neighbour's doing some work, so let's get this in. See, there's always had a little bit of purple on the first pull. That could do with a bit of a clean. We'll work on that in a bit. Nice. Still no leaks there. Oh, good stuff. So, we are all clean. We are sanitized. We have now beer running to the beer engine. From what I can see, still no leaks. Now, I know that I've said that a few times and you go, Pat, why would there be leaks? Well, you know, in my head, when you've got things moving, it's bound to be leaks. So that's why I'm still quite happy. So last thing that we need to do is test out the actual beer engine. And you may recall from a couple of weeks ago, we had a hell of a brew day that I posted a video about, my Brew Day Blues. And that's the beer we're going to be trying this out with. So it is in a keg, but we have not been carbonating it. We've been keeping it at 4 psi. And to be honest, I'll probably turn that off after I've done this, just so that we're keeping it under pressure, but also, you know, not pressurizing it. Let's give this a pour. I'm going to not use the sparkler on this one. And we'll see. Don't know if you can see my sign here, but it's not Pat's Best Bitter, because I thought that with the way that the brew day went, it is unlikely that this beer is going to be a championship beer. But we never know. We could be surprised. There we go. Dribbles. Now, this is the first pint I've pulled off of it. Well, probably second. I threw the first lot away. That is cloudy. I like my bitters to be a bit clearer than that. You know, not one for a hazy bitter, but head's not going anywhere. That seems to be good. Can't get too much through the head, but it's got some potential there. I don't hate it. That's the way to start, isn't it? I don't hate it. Just double check. Yeah, still no leaking. That's good. But so, just in case you're wondering what the recipe for this was, it took inspiration from the 5 Points Best, but rather than just using bubbles, I was using Brambling Cross for my aroma hops, but obviously I kind of explained that none of that went to plan. What's one of the things that you're meant to look for when a beer's not boiled for long enough? Is it DMS, that butterscotch sort of flavouring? Let's see. Yeah, maybe it's there, but in a bitter I don't necessarily hate it. I think the name still stands. This is definitely not my best bitter. This is okay. It's okay. With regards to percentage, it is 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 English bitter. And it's got some hedgerow curve to it. Malt forward, but what I will be doing for this beer, which will be getting served to many more people in about a week and a half, actually under that, about a week and a couple of days. But what I will do to this beer, just because colouring is, you consume with your eyes, hazy bitters are not overly seen in good light. Gelatin, I think, or a fining that I've got, I think that needs to give that a go, try and clear it a little bit. Obviously we want to drink this fresh, because the style. I've drunk worse. I've probably brewed worse, but as it comes to mind, it is probably my worst beer that I have clear recollection of. Maybe. Apart from like kit beers. I've done some terrible kit beers, but and I'm not saying this is terrible, it's just my other beers I hold to a higher standard. Yeah, okay. So that's working. In between this being hooked up and drinking from it, what I will be doing is purging the beer line with sanitizer, just because I want to keep this as clean as possible when not in use. Yeah, I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been Pat from Pat's Brewery. That was the insides of a beer engine and not Pat's Best Bitter. So, cheers.